This Justin News presents Irritus Beavers Bombing Run.
All right, guys, it's Friday night, and I'm going to highlight myself for everyone to see. Look, I'm spotlighted. It's another episode of Bombing Run. Woo! This is the game show where 3 comedians compete to see who's Joker Ace, second place, and third place. Winners get to be on my Saturday show, This Justin News Comedy Club. The others get feedback and a chance to come back again. I always encourage everybody to come back. Now, PJ's been here. He's won before, and he has lost. And he's
I bombed. Oh yeah, I bombed.
He bombed the last time he was here. He bombed harder than me. So that's pretty bad. It's actually really bad. I want to introduce our judge for the night. Please welcome Judge Matic, everyone. Woo, 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 woo. Yeah, I found the judge at a laundromatic. No.
Okay.
I was just getting some clothes dried, and they said, "Hey, I heard you wanted to judge," and I said, "Yes, but I've never had a dryer talk to me before." So it was a little bit strange, but anyways, the dryer is here. It's been around enough people. It's heard comedy. It's heard a lot of, bad things, tumbled through some stuff, a lot of fluff. I also want to introduce my co-host for the night, Sargent at Arms. Let's give her a big, warm round of applause for being here tonight, for helping run this show and look so good. But you can't make me look any better than I am. That's pretty much you guys are stuck with looking at me right now. But with that being said, we're going to get started with our first comic of the night. And by the way, at 1 minute, I will give you a light, just to give you a heads up. I forgot to tell you that. So at 1 minute, you get a light. So without further ado, please welcome to the stage, Blair Brown, everybody. Woo, 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 woo.
Thank you. Thank you. How you guys doing? First of all, I have a big announcement. I just became a father. Huh?
Yeah.
Became a father. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. They say the best part about being a father is when you look at it the first time. I say it's when you kiss the noisemaker thing and then they sew it in the tummy. That's right. I went to Build-A-Bear. I guess I should tell you about myself. I'm a banker, a sperm banker. You get paid on commission. Some people like to keep it under the mattress. I like to bank it. Do you guys like to use, do you guys like to use your imagination? I do. And I don't mean like you look at a cloud and go, oh, that's a cotton ball, or you wipe and do a Rorschach thing and say that's a coffee stain. I mean, like the ancient Egyptians who looked at the stars and they just said, like, can't you see that's a crab? Can't you see that's like a half man, half horse? Like, I'd like to be a street musician back then. And in fact, I'm going to draw the general right now because I'm a pretty big artist. All right, here we go, general. If I just get you to look to the right a bit and chin up a tiny bit. And as a dedication to the ancient Greeks, here you go. Boom. I even gave you snakes for hair. You guys like that? Great. There you go. I also I like to spice up my daily routine by doing little fun things. Like if you ever go to the zoo, you put CLI in front of the tortoise sign. So then the next time you go there, a kid will be like, hey, Dad, look, it's the tortoises. And then the dad will be like, oh, that's where they are. All right. I also like to spice it up. Here's a fun thing to do in the men's bathroom. They have, for any ladies out there, there's these called urinals. It's like a bowl on the wall, has a little shelf on the bottom. You rest your stuff on. So what you do when you're going pee-pee, if somebody's peeing beside it, you pretend to look over at their hee-haw. And then you say, nonchalantly, I got a Rolex that will fit that, and just see what happens. It's a fun thing to do. You can just have fun. All right, I also like to be a master impressionist. I do some impressions, and the best impressionists can do like a whole scene and switch between characters. Seth MacFarlane does it. Mel Blanc used to do it. So I'm going to ask you to use your imagination again. It's a rainy day. You're in front of a variety store, and then Rocky from the movie Rocky shows up. Hey, you like puddles? And then Rambo from the movie Rambo's like, yeah, I like puddles. To be a puddle, You gotta become a puddle. And then out of nowhere, Sylvester Stallone shows up and says, "You guys talking about puddle?" All right, there we go. I told you I'm a master. All right. I ever see those girls with the big, big long nails, like super long jewelry hanging off them, like they're fishing for trout. Like the one thing that I think would happen if Edward Scissorhands was real, he would walk up to him and say, "Can't you see you have hands?" And then I'd say to Edward Scissorhands, "So do you if you just shave those down, put some corks on them, you weird guy." All right. Energy crisis. We have an energy crisis, and I have a solution. If we are just honest about how many times we do this, the old master your domain thing, if we were just honest, all that wasted energy, all that wasted wrist energy could be like, what if we just made a device and we put it on the dishwasher, the laundry machine, and then you just have your way with it and it does the dishes, right? And it would also help with gender roles. Your husband would be like, "Can I do the dishes, honey?" Your 14-year-old kid will be like, "I'll wash the sheets again, right? Like every day." And then, and I wouldn't want to leave the girls out or people that like the old beer, beer. You know, we get like a pogo stick on the top of a lawnmower and you just pogo and it does the lawn. You know, energy crisis solved through masturbation. All right. I don't have you on my thing. Did I get the 5 minutes yet, or what am I at? Two?
You got 45 seconds.
45 seconds. Oh, my big ender. Now, I'm a silver lining guy. And since Cove came out, it sucks. But what's good about it? Well, if you ever stuck your zing zing in a ding ding and she coughs, it actually like goes oof, oof. So there you go. It would be like, remember COVID had intermittent tight vaginas? That's if you want it to have like a little silver lining stuff. All right, I'm Blair. That's been my bombing run. Enjoy.
Oh, let's give Blair
Right.
now a big round of applause. And Blair, where can we find you on social media?
All right, you got on Facebook under the name Blair Brown. You can look it up. I have a obviously, and Twitter Tainted Crack. I was trying to do a play on the taint and your crack, but a lot of people just think I'm a crackhead. And then I'm also a TV host for Grand River Raceway in the summer. You'll find it on the horse racing channel, seen everywhere. So Grand River Raceway, you'll see me giving away prizes in between the races. And Blair Brown on Instagram too. I'm really creative with my name, my monikers. Cheers.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Blair. And you know what? He's not the only one that can do a Sylvester Stallone. I will do my I will do my best one. It's from Judge Dredd. Hold on a second. I am the law. Okay. That's all I can do. I am the law. And that was the best line of the whole movie. So you sat through about 2 hours of him with Rob Schneider in there, and then that was the best line of the whole movie. Oh, thank you so much, Blair. And Judge Matic. I forgot to put quarters in Judge Matic. Hold on a second. All right, Judge. Oh, good. Okay, so the judge is set on another timer, and they said they're ready to go. So up to the stage next is our next competitor. Please welcome Summer Sinclair, everybody. Woo, 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 woo.
My father was very overprotective. One day we were walking when a man smiled and said hello. My father, he screamed at the man, "Stay away from my daughter, you pervert." I was so embarrassed. That was our priest. And then my dad said, "Oh, good. Obviously, he only likes sports." But my dad was a big cigar smoker, which was hard because he rather buy cigars over toilet paper. And let me tell you, it was not easy wiping my ass with a Cuban. My dad used to say that he never wanted a son because if he did, it would turn out just like him and go to jail. Well, screw that. anything boys could do, girls could do better. I spent 2 days in jail because somebody assumed that I was a prostitute. And I was like, oh my God, somebody would pay for this? My father he was so handsome, he could have been a movie star. They offered him a role, but he was just too shy. And I said, Dad, why? I could have been a child of a movie star. I could have been in rehab by now. My father was always very supportive of my acting career. When I couldn't get any roles, I got a job as a dominatrix. One day he said to me, well, did you get any gigs? And I said, yeah, I'm going to be a dungeon master. And he was like, oh, it's your first gig and you're already the master? Well, good for you. I inquired about getting a vaginal rejuvenation, but the cheerleaders at my old school wouldn't sell me theirs. Something horrific happened to me recently. My skin got set on fire. I had to call the fire department and they were just so rude to me. They said, Summer, stop calling us about your menopause. In the winter, I stopped shaving my calves so people could think that I'm wearing Uggs. Told me that I was a pretty woman, and that just infuriated me. I mean, that song was made in 1964. I can't sleep anymore. I tried counting sheep, but I'm allergic. Every night, I like to take a nice hot bath. I put the bubbles on. I light the candles. But that manager at Home Depot, he keeps throwing me out. I went to my aunt's funeral and I brought along with me some homemade cookies. And everybody was so depressed. They kept talking about me.
The connection's unstable. This went off.
30 seconds.
I got what?
You got about 2 seconds. I'm sorry.
Okay, then I'm done. Thank you.
All right, let's give Summer Sinclair a round of applause, and let's
Nice.
my internet the biggest middle finger as it was dying 30 seconds in her. So I'm like, what happened? I'm checking the internet and it died. But Summer, where can we find you on social media?
I'm on Instagram, Summer Sinclair 1. And I'm on Facebook.
Okay.
You can find me Summer Sinclair Omaha.
Oh, okay.
That's about it.
Cool. Awesome. I wish I heard the last 30 seconds of her bit. I'm sure everybody else did. I have WoW cable. And it's either well it works or well it doesn't. And I've been checking the internet speeds at almost constantly for the last 10 minutes, and it was going, oh, you have the fastest internet. if it was 1985. Actually, I'm sorry, but my internet connection has become unstable, and I have to go get some antidepressants. That's my joke. That's my joke. But thank you so much, Summer. Oh, good. I'm glad Judge Matic is working just like a charm, and my internet isn't. Maybe, Judge, are you using up all the internet? I've never seen a dryer hooked up to the internet. Well, that's a first, but oh, thank you so much. All right, up to our last competitor of the night. He's been here before. He's won. He's bombed. So he's been in both places. Please welcome PJ King, everybody. Woo, 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 woo.
Thank you. Thank you. Much like Summer, the cheerleaders in high school wouldn't sell me any either. Anyway, so before I got into comedy, I was a tattoo artist for 15 years, right? And then I went blind in one eye.
Oh.
After that, I just couldn't see the point anymore. I'm blind in one eye because I had something called Bell's palsy. It paralyzes half your head, right? So basically, it gives you stroke face. But without the brain damage, you know, so it's basically diet stroke. It's got all that stroke flavor without any of the annoying, you know, like sympathy, street cred, the super close parking spots that come with like a regular stroke in some circles. Stroke classic. But I mean, it's not stroke zero. Like if you look at like the way I talk, like it's that it up your face a bit. That's all, you know, it just your face a bit. Diet stroke.
Oh.
And honestly, I gotta tell you, my jokes might be a little bit more painful than my tattoos were. like yeah, tattoos hurt, but have you ever sat through one of PJ's 5-minute drunk Zoom sets? Yeah, you know, we all make mistakes, right? But lately I've been learning a lot from my mistakes. Like for example, I make a lot of mistakes. And now I've learned that. But you know, okay, so now I'm a comic, right? And people always, when they hear that, they're like, "Oh, you're a comic. Tell me a joke," right? Like right there on the spot, like a show pony. So instead, I kind of flip it on them, and I'm like, "Oh, what do you do for a living?" It's like, "Oh, you build houses? Okay. Well, I know you don't have like your hammer on you or like nails and wood or like land to build on, but if you build me a house right now, I'll talk so much smack about it." I've been married for a while, and here are some of my thoughts on marriage. Yeah, some of those are keepers, definitely. So I could tell you, marriage is like a sport where, like, okay, everyone's on the same team, right? But on the opposite team at the same time. Like for example, all the money I make is hers. You know what I mean? Just like all the money she makes. No, that's a horrible example. Never mind. But I hang out with a lot of comics as a comic, you know, and I'm in a group chat with like a German comic, a Scottish comic, and a daily reminder that every other country speaks better English than America. I'm constantly getting my grammar corrected by English as a second language people. but I always feel safe when I'm with my. Is that a minute?
Yeah.
I got a minute.
Yes.
Holy crap. Okay. So yeah. So anyways, I'm divorced. Screw my wife. I don't have much. I don't have much to offer the opposite sex, right? Like, or the same sex for that matter. They're even pickier than women. And if you're picky, ooh, I am not for you. But we'll close it on this, right? White people suck. Am I right?
Boo, yeah, they blow.
But okay, example, my friend's wife wanted to have more kids, but he didn't. So it was basically a sexless marriage. So he got this idea to secretly get a vasectomy and told her he was ready to have another kid. So he's walking around with this swagger, like he just wakes up pissing excellence all over life, smashing every day because they're trying constantly, right? Then she gets pregnant. 9 months later, he was the proud father of the blackest baby I have ever seen. I have been PJ Keen. I love all of you. Thank you for listening to me.
Yeah, PJ, a round of applause, everybody. And PJ, where can we find you on social media?
Okay, at the real PJ Keen everywhere. Twitter, Instagram. If you want to find me on Facebook, be my friend. I love all y'all.
Woo!
And don't get fooled by the fake PJ King who wants to friend you.
Yeah, it's the real.
Yeah, the real
it's the
PJ
real.
King.
Yeah,
Because the fake
the real one.
the fake one has his life together.
Yeah, I had to, because there's so many people trying to impersonate me on social media that I had to. It's the real PJ King.
Sweet. And you can find me, you can find This Justin News on Facebook and Instagram at TJIN News. This Justin News. Basically, that's what it is. It's on the screen down there. Go follow me. Instagram, not so much. Facebook, yeah, I'm a lot. So, Judge. Wow, you're already done? I had that dryer was set for 75 minutes, but that's the fastest Judge I've ever had.
Wow.
Okay. So, I know who the Joker A, second and third place is already. So, Joker Ace for the night is Summer Sinclair, everybody. Thank you, Summer. You won. You're gonna be on my Saturday show on a future date. It's gonna be sometime in May, but you get to it with me after the show, and we'll figure out the date and time. Okay?
Okay. All right. Thanks.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for playing. Oh, that was so awesome. Thank you.
Great job.
And second place is PJ King. Yeah.
Second. I think I've hit all the spots now. I bombed this one. Second place. Hell yeah.
Successfully hit every spot now on this show. Now you have to come back, keep coming back to see if you can win like some more spots on the show, you know. And third place, and not,
who is it?
let's see,
Who is it?
it's Blair Brown, guys. Let's give him a big round of applause for showing up.
Oh man, you were so funny. All of you. I love all of you. You're great.
So Blair, you're awesome. Thank you for being on the show. And again, this is all for fun. So if you want your notes about what hit and what didn't hit, please let me know. Judge Matic will actually get with us, and I can get you your notes from them. And that's
Cool. Thank you, Joan.
Yeah,
Joan
thanks,
just
man.
said to everyone we were all great.
yeah, awesome. And that's it
thanks,
for
man.
tonight, guys. If you want to sign back up, I encourage every comedian that's been on this show, come back on. We'll have lots of fun. So next Friday, the same time, 8 p.m. Eastern, we'll have another bombing run. So from the Judge Matic and my Sergeant at Arms, thank you for watching. And this has been an Oddly Funny production. Good night, everybody. All right. Bye.
This has been an Oddly Funny production.